And we're live. Hello, people. Welcome once again to another episode of the Flavor Profile. In the kitchen today is Lisa, and today she'll be making a pork chili verde with cheesy tomato rice and a zero alcohol daiquiri. Now, as you know, I am just here to start the show. Lisa is the one running it, so take it away, Lisa.
Thanks, Allison. Hello, everybody. So today, as Allison said, I'll be making green chili pork with um, cheesy tomato grits. It's grits. Um,
Oh, I have
yeah,
to change
yeah, it's grits. And I've done a little experiment with a zero alcohol beverage. So we're going to see how that turns out.
that.
Um,
Oh, you,
I,
you said, oh, you did say rice in your text. Okay.
no, grits.
No, man, it's here. You say
Did I? Oh, I
cheesy.
did say rice.
Wait, hold on. It said
Okay,
people
I
will say
believe you. I believe that
cheesy
it's supposed to
tomato
be.
rice.
I'm sorry. Yes, I see that there. It's supposed to be grits.
Okay, so I
Um,
have to change that up. So it's grits. Cheesy
grits.
tomato grits.
Yeah,
Okay.
I bought a lot of grits from these Southern Queen brand of grits, and they were really good. I did that to make shrimp and grits. Used them to make shrimp and grits the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're using it in a slightly different preparation with um, pork and green chilies.
Right.
Yeah, cheesy tomato grits. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
And zero alcohol daiquiri. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do to get started is uh, start warming up the Instapot
Right.
because we're going to saute the pork in the Instapot.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my Instapot going over here. I'm going to move you so you can see what's happening. And I'm just going to plug this in
Mm-hmm.
and turn it to the saute function. And I already seasoned up the pork.
Mm-hmm.
So I have seasoned up the pork with just complete seasoning, which is this seasoning actually. Complete seasoning from Badia, which is
Yes.
one of my favorite seasonings from Miami Days.
Mm-hmm.
And this has garlic, onion, MSG.
Mm-hmm.
MSG is not bad. It's not a bad thing, MSG. Um, and some other herbs that are a mystery because they don't say. But I suspect they have oregano in here, and probably a little bit of marjoram.
Mm-hmm.
So use that to season up the pork with a little bit of extra onion powder, garlic powder. I use some seasoning salt, low sodium,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that was about it. I'm using stewed pork or pork for stew that's already cut up into
Mm-hmm.
little bits for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to dump it in here once the pot is hot to get some color. So we'll come
Mm-hmm.
back to that. And
Okay.
typically, I do this in a regular pot, but because we have the Instapot that can infuse so much good flavor in a short period of time, I'm going to use the
Mm-hmm.
Instapot to brown and stew.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wait for this to warm up, and in the meantime, I'm gonna show you. Woof, what I have going in the oven. Vigorously going in the oven. Steam. Is it coming? Hello. All right. So for the rice, keep saying rice, right? For the
You keep
grits
saying rice. It's grits.
and the pork, I'm going to need two sauces.
Okay.
So for the pork, I'm going to need Chile Verde. And for the Chile Verde, I'm using poblano chilies. And I just roasted these in the oven. You can see them.
Mm-hmm.
And made them get black on the skin. And I'm going to use some tomatillos, which are also on this tray. I'm going to just dump this into my blender, because this is going to be the base of the sauce, the Chile Verde sauce. And I have all this good liquid that I'm not going to waste. So I'm just going to pour this. Yeah. Okay. What do you guys do? Andy is doing Andy. I don't know why he's gonna be weed whacking now. All right. So we're gonna pour all that good juice into the blender, and I have my poblano chilies that I'm going to work with now. So one sec. So in our doing these episodes of, hold on. So in doing these episodes of Flavor Profile, I realized how much, hold on.
So if you're just joining us, this is the 10th episode of the Flavor Profile, and today's episode, Lisa is going to be preparing pork chili verde with cheesy tomato grits and a zero alcohol daiquiri. You may see in the thumbnail I put rice, but I'll change that tomorrow when it's uploaded. So
I think it says grits now.
no, the thumbnail on YouTube.
Oh, the thumbnail does. Okay, so I want to show you what I'm doing with these peppers. But first, I'm going to prepare the onions. So I'm going to take the skin off. Turn this back down so you can see. All right. And it's hot, so I'm going to use a fork. And just take the skin off this onion. So the roasting really gives it a sweeter flavor. all of these ingredients get sweeter. So I'm just cut this up, put it in the blender. Whoa, lost that one. Get in there. All right. And then I also did some garlic, which garlic is the easiest thing when it's roasted to just come right out of the peel. Put that in there too. And the roasted garlic is going to give a really nice, deep garlic flavor.
You were saying something before about doing these episodes.
Oh, yes. Thanks for bringing me back to that because I forgot. Um, doing these episodes, I realized how much I relied on recipes, right? And it's kind of like my favorite thing to do, to think about what I want to make and then find a recipe. But in our talks over the course of these episodes, I've wanted to turn a little bit more towards intuitive cooking.
Okay.
So, yeah, using the recipe as I still use recipes. These come from other people's recipes, but using the recipes as sort of like a guide, but not necessarily following it to the letter. Wow, these poblanos
Okay.
are probably a little bit spicy, so I want to take out because I can smell it, all these seeds. But let's not forget that we have our uh, oil heating up here. I'm going to just turn you back down and angle this up. Up, up, up. There we go. And now I'm going to put these little guys in here to brown. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. So we just want a little bit of caramelization here. We're not cooking it. We just want it to brown. And let's see what saute. We're going to do it at normal saute level because that's pretty high. And then I'm going to come back to our peppers. And yes, they are pretty spicy because I'm handling them. That one I handled with my fingers, and there's like a burning in my fingers now. So I don't know that I can use all
All of
four
them.
of these. Yeah, might be a little bit too spicy. So I'm just going to use, wait, let me try a piece of it. Let me taste it. Yeah, that's on the spicy side. So I'm just going to use two.
Okay.
I'm not going to use, oh, whoa, excuse me. I'm not going to use four like the recipe said.
Right.
Let me see how spicy this one is. Yeah, just two.
Okay.
These are good though. They're so yummy.
So what do
When
you do
you,
with the ones that you've already roasted?
I will probably make salsa with them. Another round of. So this is essentially going to be a salsa, right? It's like a
Okay.
green salsa. But for these ones, I'm going to freeze them and pull them out, and then throw them in the blender another day with some tomatoes or with some tomatillos and make another salsa.
Okay.
I'm going to put these guys away. And you know, now whenever there's so many things that bother my nose, like that triggers my allergies, and spice is one of them now.
Okay.
So now it has like an itchy, feels like a little bit itchy on my nose. So this is a green sauce. I'm not going to add any tomatoes or anything like that. I'll leave the tomatoes for the rice. turn around or pork. We also want to get a little bit of bits of browning on the bottom of the pan. And that's going to make the gravy really rich and flavorful. So coming back to these guys, it's going to be a little bit loud here for a moment. So one thing I forgot to put was salt.
Mm-hmm.
We do need some salt in here. All right. So now we're going to taste this. So you can see it's really like this gorgeous green from the tomatillos.
Mm-hmm.
Let's taste it. Good. I'm glad I tasted the peppers because there's a heat to them, man. Use a little bit more salt.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much. That's pretty good. Well, now we taste it again. It seems like it would need more salt, but I'm not going to add any more salt now
Okay.
because there's seasoning salt on the pork. So I don't
Right.
want it to be, like too salty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our pork is getting nice and brown. I'm going to take away my blender. Be right back.
Mm-hmm.
So something else that I'm going to add into my Chile Verde is some potatoes. As we say in Jamaica, to make it stretch.
Right.
So just going to peel this guy. See if I can find the peeler. Just peel it. And this is just a regular yellow potato. Oops. Flying potato skins. And this reminds me of like how we would add potato to curry
Mm-hmm.
to make it. Also, give it a little bit more body because the potato's mealiness helps to fill out the sauce.
Mm-hmm. So you guys, you guys want to take turns cooking in the week as well?
Yeah,
Oh,
we do. Yeah. Um, during the week, it's like a quick.
yeah. I figured it's something quick and
We
just want to
don't
get it
have to.
done.
Yeah. So now I'm adding just a little bit of chicken broth
Mm-hmm.
and to the pork, and just going to get up all these little bits off of the bottom. Yeah, we don't. I cook on Tuesdays during the week,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm usually doing like really quick things.
Okay.
And oh, well, before we add that, let's finish peeling our potatoes. And we have like a small window. When we do these broadcasts, it takes a little bit longer
Right.
to prepare the meal, you know?
Right. 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 I understand. No, I figured that in the week you're doing like more quick, like quicker meals.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I did last week, but I've forgotten. So just cutting these into cubes,
Mm-hmm.
putting them in. And this is actually a pretty quick meal, I think, if you have the Instapot.
Mm-hmm.
I have to check on the guidelines to see how long the pork should cook for in the Instapot.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it's saying 15 to 20 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pour the chili sauce in there. Mix it up. Looks really good. And now turn this on the pressure. And we're just gonna do it for 15 minutes. All right. So we've got our pork going. First
Mm-hmm.
part of the meal done.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna move on to the drink.
Yes. The non or the zero alcohol daiquiri.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, I put the blender away, but I'm not exactly done with the blender, actually, because I still have to do the tomatoes.
Right. For the
So
grits.
yeah, for the grits. So let's hold on the daiquiri. And move on to the tomatoes. So the same principle applies with the tomatoes. We're going to bring our tray back. And I have a different type of pepper here. This is a serrano pepper. And this pepper is actually hotter. So I
The
want
serrano pepper?
to, yeah, they're typically hotter than, spicier than those poblano ones that I have over here. So I want to take all the seeds out. And all of this little membrane thing, the veins, the fleshy parts inside. Put that in there. And my garlic, nicely roasted. I just want to eat this roasted garlic by itself.
Really?
Yeah, because it gets sweet.
Does it?
Creamy. Yeah.
Okay.
You can like spread it on bread, like on toast, like a crusty bread. And tomatoes. And now for the onion. Yep. And we blend. This capture. Okay. All right, a little bit of salt for taste in here. And that's gonna be good. So we're gonna collect this, just pour it and reserve it for when we're ready to do the grits. Hang on one second.
If you're just joining us on this episode, this is episode 10 on Flavor Profile. We've done 10 episodes. Interesting. 10 episodes so far. And
Have we?
Lisa, yes, this is the 10th one.
Wow.
Lisa is preparing pork chili verde with a cheesy tomato grits, and a non-alcohol, a zero alcohol daiquiri.
All right, so we'll clear some way here. And give me 1 sec. I'm gonna do some cleanup. All right.
Well, let me plug in this laptop. Don't want to
you need
lose
your
the
charger.
broadcast. Yeah, don't want to lose the broadcast at all.
No. All right, so about this zero alcohol daiquiri. I don't drink, and I have always wondered why there hasn't been more of um, more offerings for people who don't drink when it comes to
Mhm.
um, pairing things with food, beverages with food, outside of like, like sodas or juices or things like that, or
Right.
virgin things, which are essentially, just regular drinks without the alcohol.
Right.
So Andy got me this book called Zero, and it's a beautiful book, and it has recipes for beverages that are in the spirit of alcoholic beverages, but that contains zero alcohol.
Mhm.
So the first one that I tried, the first recipe that I tried was in the style of Jamaican rum.
Mhm.
And let me just make sure this is in the right place. Yeah. So yesterday, what I did was I prepared the base, which is in here. Kind of looks like a little bit
Lemonade.
cloudy, but well, it looks like a little bit cloudy, but kind of looks like dark rum. And the
Right.
flavors that we used for that, that I used for that was roasted bananas with the peel on, pineapple bark, and pimento, ginger, black cardamom.
So what part
Uh,
is of the pineapple is the bark?
just the skin,
Oh,
the
it's just the
pineapple
skin.
skin,
Okay.
just
Okay.
the skin. Hang on one second. This is not where it's supposed to be. Sherry, on the Instapot, is there steam supposed to be coming out if it's sealing? The little metal thing. It comes out as it does that as it's going up. Oh, it's up now. All right. So this, in the style of Jamaican rum, base beverage, is going to be used for my zero alcohol cocktail. So the first thing that we need is the zero alcohol Jamaican rum, a glass. Let's put this down so you can see what I'm doing.
So is this is I mean,
Some
are
lemon, some lime.
your experiments with your zero alcohol drinks,
Mm-hmm.
are those enough for like an episode for itself, or is it not that long?
No, this is the one that I. It doesn't take that long. Oh, and this is the only one that I've tried.
Okay.
So I don't know. I have to see if it's, you know, if it's good. I mean, I don't want to really make it if it's like weird.
Right.
So it's my first try.
Right.
So I've got that um, faux rum, some
Mm-hmm.
lime juice, um, simple syrup, and I'm going to mix this up with some ice. The big grapefruit here that I'm just going to use a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of the peel. Shake this guy up. And then a little bit of expressing. Yikes. Cut a little bit of this off and drop it in here with a piece of lime. Wait a minute, needs to be a bigger piece of lime. That lime is too small
Right.
to fit. All right. So let's see what this tastes like. It's pretty damn good.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, I'm not sure. It looks good.
So it tastes like a punch, right? Like sorrel, but not sorrel.
Right.
Think banana, pineapples melded together with the citrus. It's pretty damn good.
So we're gonna have a spin-off of Flavor Profile for drinks. If it's
Yeah.
even 30 minutes or less.
Hey, you guys, Andy, come and try this. Sherry, come and try this.
Okay, well,
It's good. It.
Yes, you look shocked. Like, damn, I
I'm
didn't
kind
expect
of
it to be
shocked,
good.
but I would drink this.
sweet.
I can put less simple
I
syrup.
think you need less simple syrup,
Yeah,
but it's not bad.
it's really good. I'm surprised. Why would you be surprised? The book's gorgeous. Cheers.
Hello, I understand. Oh, yeah, you can, shout me.
Because more time, we have to do it quick.
No, I get it.
I
I
mean,
get it. But I just want to say
when me I do a
publicly.
leisurely cook me, when me I do a leisurely cook me, we tell you.
A
More
leisurely
time,
cook.
yeah, where
You have
you
more
have
time on
like
your hands.
3 hours. I got 3 hours,
Great.
but more time now. You have just 1 hour. And then time to talk to you, not 1 hour, and I try to cook.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fine.
Okay, I take a roll outside. Or you take a roll outside.
So what did you make
Ow!
yesterday? Yeah, let's talk about what you made yesterday. What did you make yesterday?
Yesterday I made barbecue chicken. I made barbecue chicken with like a jerk marinade.
You
And
made
my
that from
barbecue,
scratch, the marinade?
yeah, a marinade and a the barbecue sauce from scratch. And then we keep some of that in the fridge all the time. And then what else I make? We had a black bean and pineapple salsa salad thing. And fried plantain. Yeah, Lisa fried some plantain. And also pie. We had pie. Blueberry ginger pie. I didn't know where it went. I was just looking there so far. It was over here. Blueberry
Right.
pie,
Uh-huh.
and Andy had ice cream that he ordered from Graters. Um,
That sound like out of state.
where Graters come from, Andy? Cincinnati. So we had butter pecan with that.
Mhm.
Butter pecan ice cream. That is
Okay.
what we had. What did you have for
So
dinner?
yesterday,
That
I had a
mosquito man.
yeah man, yeah man. They're over here. I don't know if you can see the smoke crossing the camera at any point in time, but that's the vape, the mosquito destroyer. Okay.
Mm.
So yeah, the mosquitoes are out in their numbers because it's raining and stuff. So I had
Is
a
it
chicken
green?
pasta. I had a chicken pasta, but not
Chicken?
with yeah chicken pasta, but not but we made the sauce out of coconut milk. So
How
what?
that go?
Yeah,
Dion. Hello,
not
Mr.
really.
Mutton. How are you?
she just she just come in a while ago. Welcome for all those who are just joining us. Sherry's just talking to us about what she cooked yesterday, which we missed, but I understand she didn't have time to do a whole leisurely episode.
Oh, we
So
had Harrison's teacher over. We had the little boy's teacher over yesterday,
oh well,
and
you
so
couldn't do like a show in the middle of that.
no. So we just cook and thing. But how the
The milk.
coconut milk pasta sauce go?
It was good. It was good. It was good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a time, but I do
I
all
look at
right.
that.
How
Well,
it
you
work?
see,
But
you're
how it
doing
make? How it make? I ask you how it make, you know.
well. All right. It was pretty simple. It was she made it. Kadeen made it. We use coconut milk powder,
Mm-hmm.
and we just added a little this and that to it to your taste, and then you
Rundown
boil the
pasta.
pasta. It was like yeah, pasta
It's
rundown,
pasta rundown.
pasta rundown. Yeah. So, but it wasn't
Oh,
bad. It wasn't bad at all.
that sounds
So
nice.
it was
That sounds
interesting.
good.
We never have the in the bottle sauces, cheese sauce or whatever. So we
So you
just
put
that.
cheese pan too, or no?
No, that was a more of a run and gun, kind of like a quick meal. And we did hungry bad. So she laughed. She laughed.
What did you guys talking
So,
about? Oh,
we thought,
Kelly and Allison made pasta with a coconut milk sauce. Oh, so I was asking about that and how that went, and I decided that it's called rundown pasta or pasta rundown.
pasta rundown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to Lisa about having a spin off of flavor profile just for drinks. Because it seems like she has a whole thing going on with her drinks there.
When Lisa carve out her niche, you know, what you looking for? I'm looking for the pot, the bigger pot. So this one, it's under here. It's that one. It's the second one. This one? It's the second one, but if it's not the second one, it's the one on the bottom. No, it's none of these. No, it's this one. Now see what the little fellow are going with.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. We much appreciate it. See you soon. Hope to see you in the
Next time
kitchen
you
soon.
tell things, they must tell me about it, you know.
Them they're real quick and fast things, you know? So,
Yeah, but you still want to know about the kite. They eat good, don't it?
yeah, got with the hungry bad. So,
That's really all that matters.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start up the laundry and see where my one I'm going with.
All right.
All right.
So where are we at now, Lisa?
We're going to start the grits.
Okay.
Remember the grits proportion?
That we did the last time?
Hmm?
That we did it in the last show?
Yeah. Was it 4-1?
Yes, that's what I remember.
You remember for true? Or you just
Yeah,
not sure?
no. I
Okay.
remember you saying 4-1.
All right.
Am I,
So it's 4-2.
is it correct?
Huh?
Is it correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I say that with conviction.
okay. Because I remember you saying 4-1, and you were kind of concerned about the proportions.
Right. But it came out really good. All right. So we're going to measure out 1 cup of grits. And we're using our Southern Queen grits.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not mess with that. No, I do it from the stove already and it work out. Next time. Next time. All right. So we have the grits and we're going to just mix in our tomato mixture.
Mm-hmm.
Mix it in. And then just put it on stove. Oh yeah, we're not going to add any salt to this because the cheese that I'm going to add has the salt in it.
Right.
All right. So we've got that going. Now I'm going to make a simple salad
Mm-hmm.
for the meat. The
Mm-hmm.
meal. That's simple because it's going to have just like tomatoes, which the tomatoes are very, very good here now.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet,
So that
sweet
yellow
and
one is
very
ready?
good. Huh? Yeah,
That
it's a yellow
yeah.
tomato. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a yellow tomato. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And Sherry grew this cucumber, Sherry and Harrison.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So we're just going to make a salad. Take that out of your mouth, please. I know I'm getting a bowl for you. But you need to take that out of your mouth. Put that back where it's supposed to be. Here. All right.
Mm-hmm. Must get them out.
The mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So what did you and Cuddy make? Pasta and what?
Well, it was it was chicken pasta, but
It
we
was what?
didn't use the chicken. Well, the intention was chicken pasta, but we use coconut milk for the sauce. So Sherry was saying that it's pasta rundown. So yes,
Pasta rundown. So what with protein?
chicken breast.
Okay. So what other things have you been experimenting with?
Um, nothing on mine really. Haven't really been doing much cooking myself. So maybe this week, maybe this week we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're having that crackling. Are you hearing that?
Yeah, hearing it a little bit. You want to disconnect and reconnect?
Yeah, let's see if that works.
Yeah. Just pause and see if it clears it up a little bit.
Okay.
So if you're just joining us, Lisa is preparing a pork chili verde with cheesy tomato grits. It's all done here. And a zero alcohol daiquiri. Having a little crackling on the line, and gonna see if we can fix that if she just disconnects and reconnects instead of breaking the broadcast. So um, I'm here. This is Allison. We're here to Flavor Profile. I'd love to be able to get into your kitchen. What are you cooking? So reach out, let us know. We can set up some sort of virtual situation in your kitchen, because I realize that the quarantine has really made people more creative, especially at home. So invite me in your house, no? Virtually. Virtually. Look like she's coming in again. All right, let's see if we can get her back into the stream. Hello?
Back.
Yeah.
Hello. So I'm still working on my salad here.
Okay.
And to mimic the flavors of the meal, I'm going to use that complete seasoning again
Mm-hmm.
as like a seasoning with just
Mm-hmm.
olive oil and vinegar,
Mm-hmm.
like white vinegar.
Okay.
Yeah. But then you realize, probably you're not going to use it.
There we go. Now for the tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just cutting them like chunky big.
Okay.
That was a delightful movie. Wasn't that movie great, Lisa? What movie? The Indian Beauty Club? Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, when you guys didn't see it was great was the Japanese gangster musical.
I don't even remember that one.
You didn't watch it. You were just watching it. It was great.
Oh. Oh yeah, that one. So we've been watching movies. There's been we each select movies, like we each cook.
Mm-hmm.
We each select movies, and movie nights are Tuesday's my night, and then Friday and Saturday night. Friday's Sherry's night, and then Saturday night is Andy's night.
Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
Andy got Saturday night because it's his movies are sometimes snorers and 2 hours long. So
Right.
rest. So we just have to be rested.
I see your hand there, Sherry.
Yeah. These tomatoes that I grew are really.
So you grew all of them, the yellow ones and the red ones?
No, that's the cucumbers.
Oh.
All right. So here we have our bowl. Let's do our clean up. Yes, sure. Here you go. What do you say? Thank you. You're welcome. All right, so I'm gonna get out my complete seasoning again. Just do a sprinkle. With a little regular salt.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is, what kind of salt is this? Kosher salt.
So the movie night, why Tuesdays? What happened to Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and those other days?
I'm not sure. Why was it Tuesdays again? Because we wanted our weeknight. We can't watch every night. We don't want to watch every night. So we just one weeknight. No, there was a reason.
You didn't have like meetings or something.
Oh, yeah. Tuesdays like sure. Hold on 1 second though. Tuesdays evenings are lighter.
Okay.
What are you singing, little guy? You're shout rapping? Yes. What? Oh, there's peanut butter in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. We got olive oil.
Mom, I'm separating the stars in a different order.
You are good. Oh, hold on. I'm making it nice. I don't want to put this one in there. This vinegar. I'm just gonna mix it up because maybe it won't taste good. Just gonna mix it up. My hands are clean. We can mix this up clean hands. Here, Harrison. Tell me how it tastes. Don't drop it on the ground. How is it? Good. All right. So that's our salad.
Nice.
I'm gonna put it in the fridge to chill.
Mm-hmm.
So one. Now we're going to check on the grits. So the grits are going pretty vigorously here. So I want to mix it. And last time there were a lot of grits that were caught on the bottom of the pan.
Because at the pan that kind of pan, you're using a different pan or the same pan?
I think it's, whoa, okay, so we want to turn this down a little bit. I think it's a different pan, but it could be the same.
Okay.
Make a mort. All right, so we're just going to let this cook. I'm really tired. And check on our pork.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning the grits down because it's boiling rather vigorously. So turn
Okay.
it down low. Low. And going to vent. You feel what? Great. Gripply? Is that a... Come over here, I can't hear you.
I am dripping.
You're gripply?
I know, I'm dripping because I drip. I'm dripping.
I don't know what you... Can you describe to me what that means?
It means when I drip.
What are you dripping? Usually we drip water. What are you dripping?
I want my I drip down on some hard stuff.
You drip down on some hard stuff. Okay.
And it stabs me.
It gets you?
No, it stabs.
It stabs you? I'm not sure. Not sure.
I think, yeah, I think as this thing evolves, should be interesting. Should be interesting. Oh, I was thinking about you and your zero alcohol experiment.
Yeah.
That could
I'll
be
show
a
you the book.
yeah.
Oh, wow. There's a thing in here. I didn't realize that. There's a ribbon. It's a book.
Turn it so I can see like the thickness of it. Like yeah. Yes. It's a
Pretty
big
thick.
book. Yeah. It's a
And
big
then
book.
the pages look like that.
Ah, okay. Golden glow.
And yeah, this one has... Wow, this is interesting. The description is this. This drink offers an example of how clarity affects the drinking experience. Serving it immediately after preparing it yields a slightly thicker texture reminiscent of bottled tomato juice, which tends to make the drink feel more savory. Allowing the batch to sit overnight in the refrigerator yields a beautifully clarified liquid with a less viscous mouthfeel. And
Okay.
they're using things in this one like black pepper stock, coconut water, fresh yellow bell pepper juice, fresh yellow tomato juice,
So it's all
aloe
natural
vera.
ingredients.
Not all of them are all natural.
Okay.
This one seems to be particularly healthy and sounding refreshing.
Okay.
Passion fruit puree, red miso, citric acid, and malic acid. So that sounds really interesting.
It
So
does.
now we're gonna check out our pork. Woo-hoo. And the the water might be too long. Let's check it out and see. And it is a little bit kind of liquidy.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So that's easily fixed. What I can do is, well, first let's taste. Yeah, the meat is nice and tender. The potatoes are cooked. Okay, so it needs something. I need taste testers.
Harrison first in line.
Get up. Taste testers, please. He's running. You're ready to taste?
He's coming.
Him coming. He's right here. All right. You be my little taste tester.
I can't see you. Let me see you. Let me see you.
Come on. Were you running over? You don't want to learn how to taste? Oh, you came to taste, didn't you? All right, him gone.
All right.
I have to taste here. This is what we came out here to do. Come around here. No, man, still. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's a depth component. Yeah, what is that? Sugar? Maybe. Not to make it sweet. Let's put some brown sugar. Okay. Alright, come and try it again.
Uh-huh.
I'm just cooking it down to make it get thick. I'm telling you. Annie, please come and taste it. You know, we have we should also have some corn. Some of the hominy. I think there might be a jar. There might be one in there. Is there an airplane in the kitchen? That helped a little bit.
Yeah, there should be hominy in this recipe. Hominy.
Hominy.
Although I didn't really want hominy in there, but there is definitely something
It's sour.
missing.
It's sour. It's got a nice pork flavor, but it's sour.
Okay. I think more sugar, maybe. Did I take away the sugar? No.
Is that hominy?
Yeah. And the how many we cook up every time it takes for you to.
So so
What are you making?
so so Megan the Stallion is the new Little Kim.
Making nothing.
Huh?
Megan the Stallion
Is what?
is the new Little Kim.
Little Kim is doing what? She's the new little
Is
Kim. What?
is she's the new Little Kim. I see a lot
Is
of
she
people
okay?
comparing her.
Like, she's fine. She just needs to get away from that guy who shot her in the foot.
Tori,
Yeah.
you know, I thought he was Jamaican, but him Canadian.
Yeah, it's the Canadian that grew up in the Jamaican pockets.
I didn't even know they were dating. I thought he was dating Burna Boy.
Burna Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. The sugar deep metallic a bit. So we just added some hominy, which is corn.
Right.
So this, just going to leave it here to cook a little bit more on high saute to thicken up.
How is how many different from corn? I want to know.
What?
How is how many different from corn? I want to know.
I don't know.
Let's look this up.
How is hominy different from corn?
I'm asking you. You should look it up. Because you're providing information here.
All right. So back to my grits.
Grits. Yes, grits.
All right, Allison, I don't know when this grits going to cook.
It didn't take that long the last time.
It didn't. I mean, it took about half an hour. We're not at half an hour yet. Mmm, that is good. It's not cooked yet.
Did you put a timer on it?
I didn't put in my head. Yeah, that's good.
What are grits? I want to know.
Go look it up. So, I was just going a little bit crazy. You know? I thought you were supposed to be my taste tester, little guy. All right. So now I've got my vegetables. I've got my pork, Chile Verde, grits going. I want to put away my peppers that I'm not going to use. And so yeah, once I get the knack of a couple of these zero alcohol drinks, we can do like a show on it.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
So hominy, if anybody's interested, hominy is dried corn kernels that are treated with lye or another alkali to soften them. So they're like dried and then softened.
Right.
Now, what are grits, you're wondering?
What are grits?
Okay, so grits is a porridge made from boiled corn milk. So it's corn porridge.
Okay. Okay. And that educational tip from Andrew Hoberick. Andy.
All right.
This is corn in its original state.
Ah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you will see Andrew pop up with bits of knowledge and tips in these episodes. If he doesn't have an episode for himself, he'll be dropping some knowledge about food and drink.
You know, corn was invented by Latin American, Central American tribes before Columbus. It was a very complicated process.
Yes.
I mean, they basically like took grass and kept breeding it until it became corn.
Ah, interesting.
Corn it's one of the vegetables that's indigenous to the New World.
Right.
You know what the other are?
Sorry?
Can you name vegetables that are indigenous to the New World?
Indigenous to the New World?
Yeah. Corn is one.
Maybe potato?
I think potatoes. Maybe not potatoes.
Or cassava, maybe?
No, not cassava. Cassava is, I think, South Pacific.
Okay.
Brought over. Corn, peppers, squash, beans.
Ah, I see. Food and nutrition class. Here, you never know what to expect with flavor profile. Lisa is here with the pork chili verde.
Yeah.
And cheesy tomato grits. And a zero alcohol daiquiri. And Andy dropping some history there.
I think that's ready now.
I think the content of these shows, if you have the time to really sit down and watch the shows, you really learn a lot, you know?
You could, yeah, if you have like 2 hours.
Listen, it's not right now. We're thinking 10 years down the road. 10 years down the road. 10 years down the road. So it's not right now. It's not right now. It's 10 years down the road.
People will have more time 10 years down the road.
Allison, you were right about cassava. Cassava is indigenous to the New World.
Okay. Yeah.
Callaloo is indigenous to the New World.
Okay.
Peanuts.
Okay.
Avocados.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
All right. So I'm going to refresh my drink of Zero Daiquiri.
So when you make your drinks, is it just 1 or 2 servings that you make? Or do you make enough to like have it in the fridge?
Well, I think next time I'll make enough to do 2. You know?
Blueberries, cranberries, papaya.
Ah, I see.
Okra.
Okay. Okra, yes. Is breadfruit one of them as well or no?
No, breadfruit I think is African.
Okay.
But it's really kind of a treat to have an option of something flavorful to refreshing to drink.
Yes. And you know, to be honest with you, if you think about it, if you have something, you see, because we're so big on alcoholic beverages here, if you go to like an event, you expect to get like top shelf and regular beers and stuff like that, wine. But I think that if there was like a little section for zero alcohol drinks like that, I think there's a little niche for it. Like
people aren't drinking as much as they used to.
Yeah, you got one party and Who you want to go to the party, but the only drink options that you have there are like alcoholic options.
Yeah. Or even if you're socializing outside of the party environment, like in your home or something, and you want to,
Yeah,
this would have been perfect to serve yesterday with the jerk, the chicken and the jerk marinade with the barbecue sauce.
right.
That, this is like an island experience because you have
Yeah,
in here you have pimento, ginger, and it's about the drinks enhancing the flavor of the food and vice versa. It's a
right.
complete experience, and that's why when I stopped drinking, I sort of I was thinking there's a big hole here for people who don't drink, who enjoy eating and enjoy having this marriage between the flavors of the food and the drink that doesn't have to include alcohol. And I mean, this is the first recipe I'm doing, like I mentioned, and it's great. It
Yeah,
reminds me of like a punch that I would be having that mommy would make, for example.
right,
Actually, I would
right,
love to make this for mommy and daddy.
right, right.
All right. So that's my last drink preparation. And they paid such good attention to detail
Hmm.
from the grapefruit, the expressing the grapefruit rind and delicious.
I mean, these are just people who just sit down and experiment, and then they when they get that hit, them just say, "Wow, this is a hit." You know,
Yeah, this
they're
restaurant
just
is
always experimenting.
really famous. So, all right, so let's check this guy out. I think she's ready. Well, I'm gonna let it go for a little bit more, but I'm gonna make it go for a little bit more with the cheese.
Right.
Oh yeah, this could have this is good without the cheese,
Are you
but
gonna
I'm gonna
add cheese
add
to it?
it. And the cheese that I'm using is a Mexican blend.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it low. Mexican blend, and just about a cup of cheese.
Okay.
Just about a cup. And I'm just gonna fold that in. I'm gonna bring it over here so you can see it because it's done. Alright. Okay. So just going to mix that in.
Mm-hmm.
And the final touch on this, Allison,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be two scallion. Two
Right.
scallion. I'm gonna serve it right there in that pot.
Oh, you're just going to put it on the table like that.
Right there like that. The square one didn't work. What did And mix it in. And those are our cheesy grits.
Grits. Nice. Nice.
Sherry, can you come and do a boomerang over here, please? All right. Now we're going to plate everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. So you just have to give me a moment. Ready?
What are you gonna do?
Boomerang.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Mama, you going to eat up your food? Okay. So I'm going to start putting these things on the table.
Okay.
Boy, these weekends sure are short, man.
Even when you're working from home?
Huh?
Even when you're working from home?
Yeah. Even when I'm working from home. Okay, so at this time I'll remember to do pictures for the thumbnails, Allison.
Yes. Because the thumbnail that I have now is just what I mocked up. The actual pictures are better.
Okay, dinner. All right, so I'm gonna come over and show you. What that looks like over here. A glass of that one.
A glass of some. You want some of this water?
That's weird. It got stuck. Okay.
What stuff got stuck?
There you go. That's my Chile Verde.
Yeah, looks good, looks good, looks good.
And my cheesy grits.
Where do I put the glass, Harrison?
Nice.
And
On the
Just
top of my
vegetables.
plate.
At the top of
so that was dinner.
Right there.
Okay.
No,
All right. Well, that's our cue to wrap up today's episode, and we're right on the hour and a half mark. Thank you very much, Lisa. Until next time, this has been Allison. Lisa has been in the kitchen. Who you never know who's gonna be in the kitchen next? Maybe Sherry, maybe Annie, maybe Harrison. Who knows? So thank you for another episode, and until next time, it's Allison and Lisa. Bye.
Bye. See you next
Sure.
time.